to all of beautiful Captain Circle members, and certainly those that may be new to the Princess family. Basically, when I think of Japan, I think of pristine beauty, amazing culture, cherry blossoms, temples, pagodas, and colourful night markets, high-tech cities, and really interesting food. Japan offers really something for everyone, and obviously, because you've joined, I hope it's on your bucket list for 2024. Princess, we have celebrate in 2024 10 years of sailing to Japan. And I think actually, if I'm not mistaken, Cruise Express have run our Japan tour like we've just talked about for the last 10 years. So it's hugely popular for us. And yeah, it's certainly since we've had a return to service, yeah, very, very popular amongst our guests. So moving on, if I look at, I guess, Japan, and you can see in the map there, it's a string of islands on the eastern side of Asia. Japan is made up of 6,852 islands, and there are 4 main islands. Obviously, in the north, you've got North Hokkaido, then we've got Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu. And the main reasons to visit Japan really, and I think you'll sort of covered it, but you know, it's certainly flowers, festivals, foliage, fireworks, and certainly culture and natural wonders, all sort of working together in harmony. And certainly our itineraries are really designed with those factors in mind. In fact, Japan has 4 distinct seasons, and these distinct seasons actually mark the passing and the changing of the seasons. So obviously with the tour or the cruise that we've got coming up, basically in March, you know, you're expecting really nice weather, and it's certainly the most popular time, particularly for the cherry blossoms. Now we've got the Diamond Princess, and for those of you who may not know, she was actually built in Japan by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, and she has a sister ship called the Sapphire, and both of those ships have been home ported in Australia in years gone by. So she was launched in 2004, and she was refurbished in 2022. So she's looking really good, and she really does have a huge following, you know, here in Australia, because she was based here for several summers. Now, in terms of the Diamond Princess, she's one of our gem class ships, 2,600 passengers, 115,000 tons. So what I often say with Princess, big ship choice, small ship feel. While she is a large ship, you know, different bars and lounges, but she's got a really nice feel on board. English is spoken widely on board and also on our shore excursions, and with many of our staff on board being bilingual. And we also have signage and information throughout the ship that is also in English. Now, the currency on board will be US dollars. And I think in one of the inclusions of gratuities are also included in your package. So yeah, hopefully you can jump on board. Now, having a look very quickly at the itinerary, and Eula has already shown it to you, but the 10-day Explorer Spring Flowers, and basically round trip out of Tokyo. So essentially you've got the various ports of call, obviously going from the north, looping around the bottom end and back to Tokyo. So, and you're there at the perfect time. Obviously, you'll get to experience UNESCO World Heritage Sites, Mount Fuji, obviously Kyoto, and obviously the Hiroshima Peace Memorial as well. So, yeah, you've got lots of opportunity to experience local culture, landmarks, and cuisine, and also the festivals whilst on board. Now, just taking a look quickly at the itinerary, I just wanted to highlight, obviously, the various ports of call. You've got scenic cruising in the Kanman Straits in Japan. We're going into Osaka, but that's the gateway for Kyoto, which you're obviously going on the land tour anyway. Toba will be a tender port, but basically you've got 7 ports of call, and then Shimizu for Mount Fuji as well. So it's a great little itinerary. You've got a couple of ports that are offering late night departures, And that's a fantastic way to really immerse yourself in the destination. Now, as you'll have said, the top reasons why you should be considering Princess for Japan, and just at a top level, if I could just share with you, we're the #1 cruise line in Japan. We take more people to Japan than all the other cruise lines in the region. So if you're coming and thinking of Japan, I would love you to consider Princess. One of the things that our customers tell us more and more, they want to spend more time in the destination. So again, as I've just highlighted, there are a couple of ports where we will be offering late nights. In terms of shore excursions, certainly speak to the team at Cruise Express, because they often put together their own shore excursions. But I think with a destination like Japan, it is a must. So in your budget, you really do need to set aside some money for those shore excursions. Now, festivals, certainly from our perspective, our itineraries are designed all around these festivals. So obviously the big one that you guys would be a part of is the cherry blossom season and festival that takes place around that time. So yeah, so you've got that. And then the other thing that I just wanted to highlight, also with cruising in Japan, we're very family friendly. So what we often find is that we get intergenerational families traveling with us. So for example, you know, you might have the grandparents, the parents and the grandchildren all coming together. We have things like interconnecting cabins. We have, you know, family activities and things like that. But it's really an opportunity to travel with ease with a family. And point 4 there is obviously the Diamond Princess. As I've already touched on, she was built. She does have some very unique features on her. So if you have traveled with us before, she is, there are certainly a lot of similarities, but there are some unique features on board that I'm going to talk through, which really set her apart for that really immersive experience. And the final point there that I just wanted to highlight is value for money. Japan is very expensive, and I think one of the great things that Cruise Express have done in a 20-night, let's say, package is to give you the very best opportunity to experience this amazing country and destination, and pretty much everything is paid upfront for you. So that's just something to consider, because yeah, Japan is a very expensive destination. Now, I'm conscious of time, but some of the things that we do on board that really are unique to us is we have guest lecturers that we basically source shoreside. We have amazing Japanese folkloric shows, you know, that tell the traditional local stories brought to life on board. We have samurai demonstrations, geisha shows. We have basically a Japanese drum show, origami making, sushi making, obviously amazing cuisine. And we also do some Japanese language lessons as well. So there's lots of unique local immersion that does happen on board. Now, the other feature that is unique to the Diamond Princess is we have the largest Japanese bathhouse of its kind at sea. And this is exclusive to the Diamond. It's a traditional onsen, both indoor and outdoor, a traditional Japanese bathing experience with steam rooms, saunas, hot tubs. And having done it myself, it really is quite spectacular. And as you probably may know, you know, bathing is a very popular Japanese, you know, pastime. And when I say traditional, we have separate areas for males and females. So it's the ultimate in terms of relaxation and rejuvenation. Food. Now, whether you like Japanese food or not, and it's not for everyone, but it's a fantastic opportunity to experience it. And not only shoreside, but also on board. So we basically have a dedicated restaurant called Kai Sushi. And that's basically a Japanese culinary experience, serving authentic Japanese cuisine, sushi, I can't even say it, sashimi, and there is a small surcharge that now applies. So basically you can watch these amazing sushi chefs you know, wield their knives to prepare sushi right before you. It's an amazing experience. Now, in terms of entertainment, we have spectacular entertainment, and whilst we do bring on local performers as well to give that, I guess, international flavour, we do have, I guess, our more popular shows in terms of our production shows, you know, things like Movies Under the Stars, and audience participation shows like The Voice of the Ocean. So we have a lot of different entertainment, or you can just sit back and relax and, you know, enjoy the ship for what it is. Now, in terms of accommodation, really, a lot of people say when they come on board, it feels like it's their home away from home. And for me, I think our beds are absolutely fantastic. And hopefully I get a few nods of people that agree. If you've already slept in the luxury bed, you know what I'm saying. It's like sleeping on a cloud. And there's no better feeling than, you know, being well rested, you know, but the idea of the luxury bed is to give you the best night's sleep possible. In terms of the variety and choice of staterooms that we have available, I just wanted to highlight here. So these are all the different categories. And I just want to highlight Japan is selling really fast, and particularly on this departure. And it's always this, at this time of year, because of cherry blossom, it's always very, very popular. So we do have limited space available that Cruise Express are actually holding in the inside categories and also in the suites. So please reach out to the team at Cruise Express to find out more details. Just as a top level, our standard stateroom features things like the luxury bed. We have your fridge, you have flat screen TV, bathroom obviously has shower. We have things like room service, hairdryer, and also a digital safe. And for Princess, as a premium cruise line in the market, most of our clients would choose balcony, and mini suites. However, I just wanted to highlight, I guess, some of the features with interior. I mean, from personal experience, I've traveled many times in an inside cabin. It's compact, it's comfortable, it's the most affordable option. I know it's not for everyone, but we do have space available. But obviously, for those that don't spend much time, it could be a perfect opportunity. But those at the other end of the spectrum, which is our suites, you know, much larger, obviously have, you know, the outdoor balcony and all the extra VIP touches in terms of personalised service, minibar, priority embarkation, disembarkation, and other priorities, just to name a few of the added inclusions that you get when booking a suite. The other thing that I just wanted to highlight as well is Medallion. So this is really new, and certainly, well, when I say it's new, it's not new. We launched Medallion in 2017, but certainly with the return to service, all of our ships fleet-wide now offer the Medallion class experience. For me, there's probably three things that are really a game changer. The first one would be contactless boarding. I love the Find My Friends opportunity. So if you're traveling, you know, whether it's a husband or wife or a friend, you can message each other. And I think that is really a game changer, and you can also locate them. Also, it opens your room, so it's keyless entry, whatever you want delivered. Things like you can make reservations, and we also now do the safety drill. Now, ladies, can I check in for time? How are we going for time?
Sorry, helps if I unmute myself. You're fine.
Keep going. I just don't want it to cut out, so I'm obviously conscious of time. Okay, I'll keep going.
It's not going to cut out. You're
okay. So the other thing that I just wanted to touch on quickly was when considering booking a Princess cruise, I guess there's three types of fares that you need to consider. And I guess on screen you can see we've got the Princess Standard, the Princess Plus, and Princess Premier. Now, having traveled many times with Princess myself, I believe that the best value, and as it says there, the better, but for me the best value would be Princess Plus. But the way that we describe it is good, better, and best. So here you can see all the inclusions that you get. So with Princess Plus, obviously things like the beverage package, Wi-Fi, option for casual dining. I don't know why that's moved on, sorry. Option for casual dining, premium desserts, fitness classes, juice bar, and also the Ocean Now access and complimentary room service. So it kind of covers everything at $65 a day. Now, quite often when I do these presentations or I meet people, you know, at various events that I attend, they sort of say, look, we don't really drink. I would challenge anyone that it's not just about alcohol. So it's any beverage for the plus, any beverage up to the value of $22. So even if you're having coffees, water, juices, etc., they do tend to add up. So I just think that it's really good value. So for those people that want the, I guess, the all-inclusive, it's the Princess Premier. So you've got extra amenities like photographic package, reserved seating in the theatre, you know, things like the fitness classes, etc. So again, it's down to personal choice. And then finally, I just wanted to, I guess, open it up to questions. If anyone did have any questions, anything that you wanted to ask me personally, I'm very happy to take any questions. I can stop my share, but certainly thank you to the team at Cruise Express for having me. They're fantastic supporters, and you know, I often tell people that without a travel agent, you really are on your own. And having worked with them for the past 25 plus years, they are absolute professionals at what they do, and they really hold your hand. And with a destination like Japan, where English is not widely spoken, I think it's one of those great destinations where basically it's good to have someone to, you know, really hold your hand and walk you through a destination like Japan. So yeah, I'll open it up to questions if anyone would like to ask anything.
How long is the plane flight from Sydney to Tokyo, please?
I want to say 9 hours.
Yeah.
I can send you the exact times. I think it is around 9 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know why, but in my research, I want to say it was 9 hours. Hang on, I have got it written in my notes here somewhere. Where did I do it? Any other questions?
Flight over, I just want to say the flight over is a day flight. So leaving in the morning, arriving in the afternoon. I think you're leaving around 8 or 9 in the morning, arriving around 5 p.m. in the afternoon, with just a transfer and a dinner the first night. And then on the way back, it's an overnight flight.
I've got 10 hours here.
Okay, I've recently travelled on Princess, and we had the Premier Plus package.
Plus or
The
Premier?
drinks, sorry, I believe the drinks, anything over $15, we were being charged if it was a glass of wine and it was over $15, we were getting charged the dollar extra.
Yep.
So you're saying the package is actually $22?
Yes, it's changed. How long ago did you cruise?
April this year.
Oh, okay.
So
No,
did the repositioning cruise to Canada.
Oh, okay. So are we talking it was US dollars then? Because that I'm sorry, I'm actually looking at them prepaying Australian dollars. So US dollars, yeah, it would be a slightly different charge. But for Australia, yes, I can confirm that for Plus it's $22, and for Premier, it's any drink up to the value of 30. But obviously, if you're on an international cruise, it would be the US equivalent,
which comes down to about 15 or 14 Australian dollars, right?
I've got it in my notes here. Sorry, let me just clarify that. And the team can come back to you anyway. But let me just look for the US conversion.
We can
Sorry, hang on, it's here somewhere.
upgrade
My little notes.
to
But the benefit, just one thing I would say to you, but the benefit of pre-purchasing it is that you're purchasing it in Australian dollars. So again, I would be highly recommending that. So it actually doesn't, I wouldn't be booking it on board because the currency is US dollars. I'd actually book it here in Australia. So just to summarize that, so it's any drink up to the value of $22 per plus, and any drink up to the value of $30 per premier. And both packages, it's up to 15 alcoholic beverages. Okay, so just to clarify that, if you had in excess of 15 drinks, you know, coffees, what, it doesn't matter. All we're really interested about is the limit on the alcohol, just because of responsible service of alcohol. And one other thing that's important too, obviously I can see both of you there. I often meet people where one's a drinker and one's not, so to speak. You can buy a single package as well. And when I say a single package, I don't mean you can buy one, but you could essentially have one on standard and one on plus. You can't share it, but you could, you know, because that often, you know, we certainly don't want to force people to buy a beverage package, but knowing that we've got these new enhancements, I think that it really does, you know, represent excellent value for money. And obviously, because we haven't been cruising for, you know, better part of, you know, nearly 4 years, basically the prices, you know, haven't increased. So yeah, it's really good value.
Oh, I can attest to the value. It was good value. We didn't get to anybody 15 a day.
Yeah, on average, people go for have about 8 on average. Yeah.
I also just wanted to point out or bring to your attention that if anyone was interested in booking this cruise and this tour with us, the cruise component is selling very, very well. It's very popular, and really the ship is almost full. We just wanted to give kind of a last push and opportunity for anyone that hasn't booked and was thinking about it, that now the available categories are inside and suite. And Rachel talked about the benefits of both. Currently, the balcony, the mini suites, they're on a wait list. It doesn't necessarily mean that we can't get them, but it doesn't.
A lot can change between now and March, but if you are interested, book now.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to stress out. And yeah, at both ends, at the inside, the lower end, and then at the suite, the upper end, they're still available.
Considering it's so far out, that's remarkable at this stage.
I think the thing is, the reality is that, you know, because we haven't cruised, there's so many people that have got credits and so forth. So people are just trying to, you know, book those in so that they don't lose them, because obviously they did have the expiry. So, yeah, I mean, we're on sale now until July 25, you know. So, yeah, bookings are coming in, yeah, further in advance than they ever have before. Any other questions for me?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
The interior one, is that $11,590 or around that figure?
Yes, it is.
Two single beds.
Yep, or you can convert them to two single beds, or you can convert to a queen, as I showed in the picture. It's just a normal, you know, like queen bed.
Okay. Do you have a lot of those, or do we have to book today, or?
Cruise Express are holding space.
You don't have to book today. We do have a few of those. Yes,
they're holding space.
Available. Yeah.
But as Eula said, because the ship is so heavily sold, we could recall. We'll always give them a chance to sell them first, but there is the potential to recall. So definitely have a think about it. You know, we can always, you know, secure a cabin for you anyway, just to give you peace of mind that you actually got one. But yeah, there's very limited spots left.
Worst case,
and the main difference between a balcony suite, a balcony room, and a mini suite or a suite is that you have to step over the bath to get into the shower. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
However, I'm very excited to tell you that on our brand new ship, the Sun Princess, in all categories now, it will be a walk-in shower in all categories. So that's something exciting to look forward to. And that's on our brand new ship launch next year. So, but yes, that is the configuration.
Okay, thank you.
If you are seriously thinking about it, we can let us know today. We can have a look at the preferred cabin, your preferred cabin. We can see what we can do. If it's something that, you know, if it's a waitlisted cabin, we will know if it can get through within a short period of time, and then you can make a decision.
And I can always chase it as well. So, yeah. Did anyone else have any questions for us?
Yeah, but it was such a thorough presentation. I don't think
Good.
no gaps.
Good.
All right then. Well,
All
thank you
So
so
has
much.
everyone been on a cruise before since we've returned to service? Has anyone been on a cruise?
Yes, I have.
Louise, yes. Elaine, have you been on a cruise?
I haven't, but I've been to lots before. I'm
Good.
still a bit worried about how safe it is.
Well, I've done
I-
5. I've done 5, both locally and internationally, and yeah, it's going well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the precautions they were taking were fabulous.
Yeah.
And the real issue is, as always, the passengers not complying
Hmm.
rather than staff. They were wonderful.
Yeah, thank you, Louise. That's really nice to hear. As I said, I've done 5 cruises. I'm off to Japan, not Japan, Alaska next month. And yeah, like particularly internationally, it's like COVID. Like it like all the restrictions and everything have been basically completely, you know, lifted. So it's just our last stumbling block is here in Australia. So hopefully we'll get the green light soon.
Yeah, we've been overseas as well, and the same thing when we get to over. There's no test or anything. It was
Yes,
just
that's
get
right.
on board.
Yes, that's right. Anyway, well, look,
Australia makes it harder.
yes, that's right. Well, look, I thank you for the opportunity to talk to you directly. Thank you to the team at Cruise Express. They're certainly one of my absolute favorite and you know, best-selling agents. So yeah, appreciate them inviting me to come and talk to you directly, and certainly reach out to the team if you have any questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So much for
Phil.
presenting.
you.
It was wonderful, very informative. And if anyone has any questions, reach out to us.
Type away.
Yeah.
Or call. You know our number.
The presentation has been recorded, so a link will be sent if anyone wants to watch anything again.
Okay, lovely.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.